So Caitlyn Clark won Athlete of the Year.
I feel like so much has happened over the course of last year, from when I started my last college season and not knowing if that would actually be my last season, whether I was deciding to come back to college or turn pro, and now sitting here like I'm done with my first professional season, and so much has happened. And whether it was, making the national championship game or getting the Fever back to the playoffs since 2016, there's just a lot to be proud of. And it all happened so fast, like it's hard to appreciate in the moment and kind of understand in the moment, but it's been fun to reflect on. I'm definitely more aware of signs than people think I am, and I think it's something really cool to look around before the game and see, young girls, young boys, and the signs that they're holding. So I think for me, the coolest ones are the signs that are, I traveled this far, I got this as my birthday present, or whatever it is, like the young girls.
Yeah, that probably is like the sickest feeling. Like, what the hell? Y'all drove 4 hours to see me? Say that.
It's like families or parents or friends or whoever it is are spending a lot of time and money to travel all this way just to have an opportunity to spend 2 hours watching me play basketball. It kind of puts everything into perspective. So I would say I really love those. If I had to pick any outfit that I've worn over the last year, I'd probably pick my draft outfit. That was one we found a day before the draft, and it was like, ugh. They actually didn't, I'm pretty sure they didn't have that set.
Yeah, I know Caitlyn Clark hater, but that shit was not drippy.
The jacket and the skirt, pretty exciting.
Now let's see what some WNBA players have to say about it. But first, let me remind you exactly why she's receiving this award. They said she's getting the award because she helped draw crowds to arenas around the country and drive up viewer numbers in her final year of college and then in her rookie year in the WNBA. And just like her whole career, she's received criticism for winning some shit.
WNBA owner questions why Caitlyn Clark was named Time Athlete of the Year, suggests it will cause racism. Washington Mystics owner Sheila Johnson spoke out against Time magazine for naming Caitlyn Clark Athlete of the Year in an interview with CNN Sport on Friday, suggesting that the publication should have given the award to the entire WNBA. Johnson even suggested the decision to give Clark the honor would incite feelings of racism within the league. Why couldn't they have put the WNBA on that cover and say, the WNBA is the League of the Year because of all the talent that we have?
The award's not for League of the Year, though. The award's for Athlete of the Year,
Johnson said.
And the WNBA is not the League of the Year, ever.
When you single out one player, it creates hard feelings, so now you're starting to hear stories of racism within the WNBA, and I don't want to hear that. Johnson went so far as to claim that Clark's attention and the minting of the term the Caitlyn Clark effect, which has been associated with the attention she has brought to the league, is because of race. It's the way media plays out race, Johnson said. I feel really bad because I've seen so many players of color that are equally as talented and they never got the recognition they should have. The owner also griped about the fact that Clark got a $28 million endorsement deal with Nike in April, which was the richest sponsorship contract for a women's basketball player. They would like to get the same kind of recognition. It all started with the whole Nike sponsorship that Caitlyn got, Johnson said. There are other players saying, what about...
But how you get, at the end of the day, they're not giving it to her because she's good at basketball. They're giving it to her because she's really popular, because she'll sell shoes. You get what I'm saying?
Johnson is the vice chairman of Monumental Sports and Entertainment, which also owns the NBA's Washington Wizards and NHL's Washington Capitals. Her Mystics directly capitalized on Clark's popularity to net historic ticket sales at the end of the regular season this year.
What we upset about?
The Mystics season finale against Clark's Indiana Fever was moved from the Mystics' home venue, the Entertainment and Sports Arena with just 4,200 seats, to the Wizards' venue, the Capital One Arena, which has a maximum capacity of 20,300.
Bitch, we went from 4,000 to 20,000 just eat. What you mad at me for? You should be happy. A WNBA player won Athlete of the Year. Shouldn't you be happy? That's growth for, you know what I mean? You already seen the growth. I don't get what you upset about.
As a result, the September 19th game between the Fever and Mystics was the most attended WNBA regular season game in history, with 20,711 fans in attendance. The Las Vegas Aces pulled off a similar move when they hosted the Fever at the larger T-Mobile Arena for a July 2nd game instead of playing in the relatively smaller Michelob ULTRA Arena. For that game, 20,366 fans showed up, representing the highest regular season single-game attendance since 1999. Still, Johnson opted to publicly denigrate and undermine the attention that Clark gets in the CNN interview. Johnson also suggested that the WNBA's increase in popularity was also because of other WNBA rookies from the 2024 season, including Chicago Sky star Angel Reese.
That is a fact. That is a fact. Angel Reese did bring a lot of attention too. But Caitlyn Clark's better than Angel Reese, and she's more popular than Angel Reese, respectfully. Not to say that Caitlyn Clark is the best player in the WNBA. I think Asia Wilson's better than her. I'm pretty certain Asia Wilson's better than her, and I feel like there's probably like one or two people that are probably, is Sabrina Ionescu, like she just won a chip, so maybe she's better too. Yeah, it's not like she won or nothing.
NBA almost 28 to get to the point where we are now, and this year something clicked with the WNBA, and it's because of the draft of the players that came in. It's not just Caitlyn Clark.
Which honestly, like, I think is the only argument like that you could make. Like, if you want to say that stuff isn't like enough based on merit, like, you know, if you just going off of the sport part of athlete of the year and not like the impact on the sport, like that she's getting the award for, you know, she's getting it because of the attention that she brought to the WNBA and to women's college basketball, right? But the only argument you could make is that, like, if there's somebody who's won a championship in their sport and then also won the MVP or something like that, like, if you want to make like an actual sports argument to say that she's not the athlete of the year, that's the only argument you could really make. But like, if you want to say like that there's somebody who has raised attendance in college and professional sports in this past year, I don't think there's anybody. Like, there's people that have raised the attendance in college, like, you know what I mean? Like, you could say like Drew Sanders and like Travis Hunter and stuff, and Dion, like, all going to Colorado. Like, okay, you know, at least at Colorado, and like make Colorado kind of relevant, but Colorado didn't turn into a pro team, or they didn't go play pro all in this year. So I don't know what anybody's even mad about. You're a team owner, like, you're only making more money than like you were making last year. Like, I don't get what anybody's really upset about, but I just had to give my opinion. Comment what you guys think. You guys think like the whole, you know, there's bare people hating, but at the end of the day, I did only really like talk about one person. There's probably a bunch of people that are giving her a lot of praise and stuff like that. They're just, you know, the media is just paying attention to the negative stuff. But comment what you guys think.